Hello everyone and welcome back to Leagues 5. In the last episode I defeated my first Echo bosses for my tier 5 melee mastery, got a few other upgrades, and then grinded Echo KQ for this Drygore blowpipe here. Now as much as I'd love to take this blowpipe and go grind some bosses, there's one other upgrade I really need to get first. With my tier 3 range mastery, the blowpipe will attack every tick, and with 47 range strength, that's going to be a lot stronger than the Atlat. But I can make this even better because the Echo DKs drop a couple fancy pieces of jewelry, an amulet and a ring. And those not only give 15 melee strength, which will be a decent upgrade over the Fury and the Altar Ring, but they also give 15 range strength, meaning I can get another 30 range strength, which will absolutely be insane with a one-tick weapon like this blowpipe. So yeah, before I grind out any other bosses, I really want to take this blowpipe and my tier 5 melee mastery and go back to Echo DKs to try and get the Amulet of the Monarchs and the Emperor Ring. And there is the first of the Echo items, the Amulet of the Monarchs. Not only is that my second Echo item, but hopefully it will make the future kills a little easier, because probably should get out of here, because this has actually been a lot rougher than I've been expecting. I thought with the tier 5 melee and the blowpipe I'd have no problem with DKs, but yeah, I still have a few kills where I just can't seem to get it down and end up dying or having to teleport out. So yeah, I only have 16 kills, but I probably have like over 30, maybe even 40 attempts now. So glad to at least see one of the items, and hopefully I can see the ring before too long. And with this kill, there is the Emperor Ring. It took all the way to 50 kill count, which is the pity rate. But, well, at least I kind of got the Echo DKs down a bit more. What I ended up doing is just prayer switching for the first phases. Then when I got to the final phase, I just used Last Stand to power through it, because it just was way easier than trying to dodge the poison. Also, I found out I can go to TOA. All I have to do is enter the raid and exit, and resets my Last Stand cooldown, which made the last few kills a little nicer. But yeah, now I have the Echo Amulet and the Echo Ring, which gives me a nice 77 range strength, which makes this blowpipe a lot stronger. Also, how many darts do I have left? Pretty good. I think I started with like 800 something, and I have a few more in the bank too from some drops I got. So yeah, but now I feel I need a break from Echo bosses, so I might go do a more casual boss. Maybe go back to Echo KQ or KQ, because like I said, I still need that Dragon Pickaxe, and it would be nice to work or finish up 99 Slayer. So I decided to test out my new Echo items at Leviathan and managed to get to 50 KC there and knock out some league tasks, but didn't get any notable drops. Also went and killed some other bosses like Duke, and also did some Phantom Musfa. There it is. And yeah, did get some Venator Shards and some Ancient Scepters. It doesn't show here. But yeah, not too much else. And I was getting close to the hard combat achievements, so I went and did some mocks and also did some of the Jad challenges. So yeah, I was able to finish out the hard tier of combat achievements, as well as some speed tasks and other things for a bunch of league points. And now I'm probably going to head back to KQ. So when I got up today, I just really felt like working more on Musfa. I was like one combat achievement away from finishing them for the task, and I ended up staying for 150, which got me 5 Venator Shards exactly. So there is the Venator Bow, and I also can make the Saturated Heart. And both of these are league tasks. I think was for creating the heart, or is it for using it? Oh, yep, there's for creating it, and I can put the rest of the essence into the bow here, and if I equip that, that's another league task. And that was exactly enough to get me to Rune rank, or just over enough to get me to Rune rank. I'm still not sure if I will go for Dragon or not. I don't know, we'll have to see how the next several tasks or a few days go. But yeah, and I'm not sure if I'm actually going to use the Venator Bow anywhere. It might be decent in some places like Inferno or Coliseum, but given how overpowered this Drygore blowpipe is, I might just be better off using it. So now I think I'm actually going to go to KQ. Well, that was convenient timing. On the 150th kill to finish the league task, I finally got my first Dragon Pickaxe. So yeah, there is the task for the Dragon Pickaxe, and I think I did get all the other KQ tasks. I managed to do the Karis one, and I also did get a couple Lava Battle Staffs. So yeah, now I guess I'll finish the task up at normal Cal fights and get back to Slayer. While working on Slayer, I managed to get another Great Redeeming task, and while I was going to block him and just kill him off task later, I figured now that I have the Drygore blowpipe in my tier 5 melee, I might as well just do the task here so I can get some Slayer experience while I'm at it. And I managed to get another 2 Burning Claws, which means I can finally make them here. And I also finally got a Tormented Synapse. I'm actually past 176 kills, and it's 1 in 100, so a little under rate. But I think I will be making the Emberlight, and I probably, since I already went past 150, might just stay here and go all the way for the 300 kill task, and hopefully maybe pick up another Synapse, though I've been looking into it and it doesn't seem like it's really going to be worth it. Like at Sire, I think the Drygore Blowpipe outdamages both the Emberlight and the Scorching Bow, so it's probably only going to be useful here, but I might at least finish out the task and see if I can get another Synapse. I just finished up a Dust Devil task, which got me 99 Slayer, and I used the Slayer Cape hoping for a back-to-back, and I finally got Basilisks. Hopefully in this 200 I should be able to get the Basilisk Jaw, and after that, not sure if I'll do any more Slayer. There's still a few things I need from Superiors, like the Mist Battle Staff and the Eternal Gem, as well as the 50 Superior Milestone, but it's probably not going to be worth it. But yeah, hopefully I can at least get this Jaw. And there is the Basilisk Jaw. It only took me 66 kills on task, which would have been a lot more off task. I'll probably still finish out the task here, though, to see if I can get any more Superiors. But probably going to go make the Helm now. So it turns out that Basilisk Knights are actually a pretty good experience. I was getting like 1.4 mil per hour just AFKing them, so I decided to keep working on Slayer to see if I could get the missing Superior drops, and well, it took me quite a while, but ended up getting to 25 mil experience and 75 Superiors, and I finally got the Mist Battle Staff, the last one I needed, at like kill 72. And a lot of imbued hearts along the way, and also a lot more Basilisk Jaws. So yeah, I think I kind of finished with Slayer for now, but after I got the 75 Superior, when I was just finishing out the task, I ended up getting another 5 Superiors, so I'm actually not going to be that terribly far off 100. So since I still need to go back to Sire, and I do have a Sire task stored, I probably will go for 35 mil Slayer, but I don't know, we'll see. As for what's next, I'm actually not quite sure, because there's just not a ton of things left to do in the league. I have around 200 tasks left I can do, but a lot of them are just skilling grinds, like going to 99, 25 mil, 35 mil, and 50 mil in skills, many of which I'm not going to be doing. And for new bosses, the only ones left are Huaycoat, Tombs of Amascut, and Colosseum. So the big ones, I guess, would be, you know, the final mastery points. I need to do Echo Soul, and I need to do Zuck. And no matter which one of these I do first, it's going to be a disadvantage for the other. So pretty much, I do Echo Soul first, and then I can put a mastery point into range to help with Inferno, or I do Inferno first to put a mastery point into melee to help with Soul. I think I'm going to try and do Soul first so I can get the range for Inferno, since I think that one will be a little more harder without it, and I also might have a chance to pick up the Sunlight Bracers to help with Inferno. But if Echo Soul doesn't go well, I can always change plans, do Inferno first to get tier 6 melee. But as for what I'm going to do now, I might do some Huaycoat, but I think I should actually head to Tombs of Amascut, because, well, there's a lot of points in raids. A lot of raid items would really help with other bosses like the Fang or Masuri for the stuff I range at. So I think I should probably stop putting it off and just send some TOA. And there's the first TOA down. It was actually a lot easier than I was expecting, and a lot of combat achievements too. Seems I managed in under 30 minutes, but, you know, only at 150. I'll have to work my way up a bit. And do I get a purple for my first one? No. Well, let's see if I can get a purple soon. Second raid in my first expert, and I get a purple, so let's see what it's going to be. I'm really hoping it could be a Fang, but Masuri is also going to be pretty nice. And of course a Mega Rare voucher would be amazing, but not really expecting that as my first purple. That's probably the worst one it could have been. Well, at least it's a league task to equip it. But yeah, I mean, I could always swap to my Ancient Scepter, but I don't think it's really worth having it just because I only mage in Wardens and Akka. And yeah, I don't know if 3% damage is really gonna make it worthwhile. So I tried a few more solo raids, but they just didn't go that well because if I tried higher tier like Expert, it just was a bit of a slog because I just don't have good mage damage for Akka and Wardens. So I ended up doing some duos, and yeah, I got several purples, and it was a lot more cozy having someone else to help with mage. So on the first one, I did 500, which got me all the kits and ward number 2. On the second one, I got a Light Bearer. Then I got a Basori Mask, Light Bearer number 2, and when I got Light Bearer number 2, I got a little surprise. So yeah, I managed to get the pet, which is really cool to see, and after that, when I was starting to work on going for the pet transmogs, I got ward number 3, and finally, the Fang. So yeah, I have my nice little pet here. This is a really cool pet to have gotten, and I finally got the Fang. So if I attach this and equip that, that is a nice big 400-point league task and the item I was raiding for. Of course, I still would like to go back and get Masori, and a scythe would be great, but I feel like I need to stop waiting around for my duo partner to do raids and start working on some other tasks, because, yeah, the league is starting to wind down a bit, and I'm not that far off Dragon Rank, but still a bit to go. So I think I need to get back to some other PvM. So I figured Sire would be a good place to try out my new Fang, and I was only planning to go for the 150 kill task and, pick up a bludgeon and dagger along the way for those tasks too. As you can see from my kill count, that's not what happened. These are the drops I got in order. It took me 260 kills to finally get the last bludgeon piece. So yeah, I got a jar, pet, jar, finally a bludgeon piece, whip, whip, bludgeon, jar, head, dagger, dagger, jar, bludgeon. So, I don't know, pretty crazy, but if I equip the dagger, there's 200 points, and if I make and equip the bludgeon, that'll be another 200, and at this point, I probably will just go for the 300 Sire. So while I was grinding out the Fang between raids, I was working on doing some clues, and also skilling to work towards max, and with this, I should now be 99 runecrafting with max and 600 points, so, yeah, that's a lot of the kind of boring skilling and grinds out of the way. The only thing I've left for clues, I think, is elite clues, and if I did want to do more masters, and getting really close to dragon rank now. But aside from a few other bosses like Huecoat that I haven't done yet, the main thing I need to do now is Colosseum, especially because I still need my last mastery points. Also, while working on 99 runecrafting, I got a bunch of Abyssal Pearls, and I can sell back my Lantern and my outfit, and use the Rewards Guardian here to get more rolls to hopefully go for the pet. I already have over 1k, I think it's 1 in 4k for the pet, so probably won't get it, but a decent odds and would probably be a task for a skilling pet. Turns out you can't sell back the outfit, but after many, many loot rolls, I'm now up to 3.5k, so an extra 2.5k, but unfortunately no pet. I did manage to snag the Tarnished Locket finally, as well as the Dragon Spear, which is a new collection, all again a bunch of runes, so oh well, would have been nice to get the pet here though. I've been chipping away at the remaining tasks. I did a bit of a Huecoat, and I also did some elite clues, and now I am only 170 points away from Dragon Rank. So the thing I really need to get to is finally Colosseum. I don't have a lot of experience here. I looked over some of the stuff and practiced a bit with Soul, but yeah, I figure I just should kind of wing it. I don't even know how good this inventory is going to be, but with all my League's perks, hopefully it'll at least be pretty quick to learn, and let's see if I can clear Soul to fight the Echo version. Well, I didn't quite manage to make it to Soul on my first attempt. I got to wave 10 and didn't realize my prayer drained when I was using Last Stand. But I think if I use this here, that gives me enough League points that I now have Dragon Rank, so at least that's locked in. But I still want to see if I can finish the Colosseum. I really would like to try Echo Soul and, well, learn the content a bit more. And unfortunately, I think that's going to be it for this league. There's still a lot of other stuff I wanted to work on, like Colosseum, Echo Soul, and, finishing my masteries. But I just been really feeling burnt out the last few weeks and just kind of pushing for Dragon Rank. And once I got to Dragon Rank, I didn't have a lot of drive to just get right back in Colosseum and keep grinding it. And the past few days have went by, and now there's less than a day left. And that doesn't help my motivation to grind through Colosseum and, go to Echo Soul. Because the other thing I noticed when I was doing that Colosseum run is I really wasn't learning anything. I was just using Last Stand to kind of cheese my way through the waves, and I don't even know how prepared I'd be for Echo or for Soul. And even if I got through it, I don't think I'd learned much more than I could do on a Colosseum simulator. So I don't know. I feel I wasn't really getting what I wanted out of it, or at least it was a little too late in the league to really enjoy or benefit getting through the Echo bosses and stuff. So yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end up calling it. Still a lot of stuff I did get to do, and really happy of how it all went, and still a few hours left too, so I don't know, I still might be able to get something else. The main thing I really wish I had a bit more time for was TOA, because I'm still missing some of these metamorphoses. But I don't know, I guess I'll have to be back to the desert in a future league, even if it's not next league, to sort that out. But still really happy of how everything went. I mean, I managed to get 2 pets, including, the TOA pet, and I got to experience a lot more content in last league, and even, finally getting a Fang after not getting it last time. So yeah, really happy of how the league went. Just wish I had a little more time to devote to stuff like Colosseum and actually getting all my mastery points, but oh well. And for the last few hours, or past few days even, I've just been AFK fishing, trying to see if I could get the heron pet. No heron pet yet. A lot of clues, though, I'm not going to end up doing. So yeah, but I think that's where I'm going to call it. Hope you guys enjoyed this little League series, and until next time, goodbye. Oh, hey, I actually managed to get the heron.